is an emergency. I'm Captain Brody Torrance.
How do you mentally prepare to kick butt, and what's the biggest challenge?
I had a big oneer of a fight sequence in this, and to be honest, it was one of the hardest things that I'd ever done in terms of action, because that's rare. You normally break it down into a lot of pieces, and also this fight had to be exhausting and desperate. You're just clawing because it's not just my survival, it's everybody back at the plane. So one, you rehearse the hell out of it, but then, and again, that's the hard work. But the hard work allows you then to let it go. But for me, the big thing is the work and then the stamina, because a lot of the time you're like, I'm done. It was 105 degrees on the heat index. It was 100% humidity. I could barely get through one take because it was all in the one take. And we had to do it a bunch of times. And sometimes it's literally just, God, give me strength. I just got to keep going.
They call it choreography, like stunt choreography or fight choreography, because it's like a dance. I mean, you rehearse it, you get the dance right, and then you let it go, and you try to make it look, in the moment and real and sort of messy. That's the fun part. I think when you get a chance to do good stunts, it's like you want to make sure you can trust the person that you're with. It's just little things like eye contact, like making sure that you know how to pull a punch, making sure that at the end of the day nobody gets injured. People are gonna get hurt. That's just part of it. You're gonna bump your hand. You might get punched for real sometimes inadvertently. But at the end of the day, you're trying to make it work, and it is a dance. And I love the stunties, because stunties, they're a special kind of breed of people. They like contact. They like to get hurt or hit. They like to get punched. They like to feel it. The worst thing you can do is not make a stuntie feel like you really don't pull up on them. And they'll tell you that. And it's always like, but I don't want to. No, hit me. Come on, don't throw me against the wall. No, slam my head. And as actors, you got to get into that mode, because it is a battle, and that's what they're good at. And they want to make it look real. It's about making that fight. When they watch movies, they want to see the fight sequences. And they're really watching it go. And when they get that, you selling a punch and you selling a blow. They love that, and so you don't want to let them down. You don't want to let them down. When you're doing stunts, you become a stuntie for a bit.
So often the coolest guys in the movie, they're the ones you hang out with anyway. They're the most badass. They've been through so much. They're so much fun, and you learn a huge amount from them. And then you also have to beat the crap out of them. So they have to take a lot from you. So they're like brothers in the military kind of.
It's essential, and when you find a good stunt double, I mean, they really help you get through life. I mean, if they do things that you can't do or won't do, or just it's just not safe to do, and they put their lives on the line and their bodies on the line for us. And they're great about it. So, I mean, I really hats off to those guys.
We're getting off this island.